Everyone having a good time? Nice. If you're having a bad time, just put your hand up and we'll sort it out.
All right, fucking God help us on this one. Love you so much!
Welcome to the unofficial King Gizzard podcast, the show about the best band in the world. Question mark. I'm Captain Chipwreck.
And I'm Professor John P. Weatherclock, and we are going to be talking about the first part of the Aussie tour. King Gizzard is back home. There's been, so far, we're recording this on Saturday, December 6th, and so far, Giz has played 4 shows, all in Sydney, 2 at the Sydney Opera House, orchestra shows, and 2 at the Enmore Theatre.
I think it's pronounced theatre.
Yes.
Yes.
But there's some news to talk about before we get into the shows.
Oh, okay. We have to put it someplace.
We do.
We have 6 of 7 things to talk about.
My goodness. Do you have any lyrics for the episode?
I do. It may upset you, but it's got to be... There's too much to talk about, Professor. This thing we left outside is waterlogged. You're a load-bearing friend, and that's what makes this hard. This thing we left outside is waterlogged, and all I know is one of us has to wring it out.
Oh, man. This is so upsetting to me. We'll get to it. I don't like these stories, man. That works for me. No, you're right. This is hashtag piss tour. We'll talk about it. But to some items of note. So Giz has announced their entire U.S. summer tour, perhaps. It seems like it.
No, six of 7 shows is the word on the street.
That is the word on the street, but I wonder if that's a miscalculation by one publisher. Said that there are announced 6 Giz shows in the U.S. for summer 2026. Field Division 2, August 14th to 16th. And then Forest Hills in Queens, New York, August 20th to 22nd. That's 3 shows in Forest Hills. The third one we know is a rave show. We don't know if any of these shows are marathon sets. I assume Field Division 2 will be. I don't know if Forest Hills will be. This is very exciting. And yes, one article did say there was a 7th. Could happen?
Yeah, could happen. We will be at Field Division, so if you recognize us there, please come say hi.
We being...
I and my Balrog.
Oh, I'm less inclined to go now, but since I already got tickets for both of us, you and your Balrog.
For me.
It's going to be awesome. I'm so excited. I know people are very excited about
Balrog. Sorry.
One of the supporting acts is Blood Incantation, which people are very excited about.
Oh, fuck. I was just watching them this morning. What the fuck? Wow. Holy shit. The video to, is it Stargate? That's some shit. I mean, you're going to set 20 minutes aside, but that is fucking wild.
Would you describe them as prog metal, or is prog metal redundant?
I don't think prog metal is redundant. Is it? It's death metal. Is it death prog metal?
Oh, okay.
But that's, you can't sing like that and not get called death metal around this house.
Oh, okay. I will see. I'm not up on, the latest, the proper nomenclature, dude.
I'm not, but I'm from,
Careful.
I don't know, bad for my OPSEC. It's been so long. No one there knows anymore, but I was once from Tampa, Florida, which at least on Saturday Night Live at the time was considered the capital of death metal.
Oh, that's so confusing. That's for the other podcast we do.
Oh, I forgot. It's for our Saturday Night Live in the 90s podcast.
So, yes, Field Division, Forest Hills, not much else in the U.S., as this was the rumor, and, they've earned it. I'm sad, but they've earned it, and the rumors, we were emotionally prepared. There's another piece of news that happened at the same time. Mango Sticky Rice.
Mango Sticky Rice.
Mango Sticky Rice is now on Bandcamp. It was posted, it seems, so I will read this, what Stu wrote. And I quote, I was eating a lot of Mango Sticky Rice and I was thinking about Eurorack, and I wanted to try a generative type of thing. Set the blueprint and the song plays itself like a paper airplane. Oh, sorry, like a paper plane. You can build the plane and throw it, and then it's in the wind. Mangoes in the wind. Loves stew.
I know what most of those words mean.
We also love stew.
Exactly.
Generative music.
Stew. I've never really eaten mango sticky rice.
It just seems like a lot of sugar to me, which is where he gets his energy. Generative music is like a big term that covers, like, AI music falls under that. But what Stu's probably doing with the Eurorack is basically you set like a bunch of parameters and like you set guidelines basically, and then it kind of plays itself without repeating. Like Mozart did generative stuff where he had like a game where someone would throw a die, and depending on what number it landed on, the orchestra would play a certain thing, but he set up the guides. So it's an interesting idea.
Wow. I've listened to it and it's cool. I still don't really understand what you described, but I'm sure there's a module for that, for your modular synth. Mm-hmm. You just add the generative module.
Yeah,
it's just like a Lego piece. It just says G on it.
Yeah, it's a generative button. But we've heard this music before, this Mango Sticky Rice stuff before.
We have, yes. It's been played in pre-roll over the course of the European tours, maybe twice.
Yeah, I think so. And I was like, what is this? And Shazam brought up nothing.
Right.
But we thought it might be from a new Giz album, which I guess it is.
Is it? Yeah. Or is this Stu's first solo project?
I don't know that we would ever know the difference, because this is, as other band members have said, this is Stu's band. Like, this is why he doesn't have a side band, like several do.
Right. Or is it Nathan's first solo album?
Oh, sweet baby Nathan.
Yeah, may we remember him fondly, but we have to talk about that too, I guess.
Maybe his memory be a blessing. So, starting on December 2nd at the Sydney Opera House, this was an orchestra show that was not streamed live. This was Phantom Island with Chad Kelly conducting the Sydney Symphony. Phantom Island all the way through. The intermission song was Hypertension, which I'd been waiting for and calling like every show.
There's a stream of this online, though, by a YouTube user named Neon Wabbit, who added as a pre-roll their own remix of Crumbling Castle as the Beatles' Now and Then, which is a great choice of Giz songs and a terrible choice of Beatles songs, but it still makes for an interesting product.
I did not catch that. Oh, yeah. All of, like, almost every link or resource we talk about is in the show notes, just so you know, Captain. The links are coming from inside the podcast. Like, there's, if you don't even listen to this show, the links are very useful. Maybe more useful if you don't, in fact. What else do we have to say about this first night at the Opera House?
Yeah, Hypertension. I just worried a lot about Stu dancing in his socks, and I worry that doing the splits in your socks is a good way to pull your groin stickles. The River Jam was great also. Only one sock for most of River Jam, but did come off eventually. I think those are the key elements. River contained a really nice AC/DC Thunderstruck tease, which they have a tendency to do sometimes, and I'm a fan of, because I was a youngster at that time when Thunderstruck was important in the world.
And they're playing to their Australian audience.
They are.
So they did play the next night in the Sydney Opera House, December 3rd. I don't know if it was the 3rd there, because it was barely the 3rd here. This one was actually streamed officially, which was really awesome.
Yeah.
Again, Phantom Island. Again, the same songs after the intermission. What was the intermission song here?
It was Daily Blues.
Daily Blues. That is cool. And it was really, really good, actually.
It was cool. Green River CCR teases.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, that was cool. That was very cool.
This was Lucas's birthday.
Yeah, right. Oh, that was the other intermission cover that happened. Was Happy Birthday.
And then,
It's time. It's time to talk about it.
So Joey told the story. Should I just play it? I have it. I
Would you rather
enhanced the
just
audio so it's
show
more
me on
audible.
the doll where Joey put the story? Yes, let's hear it.
Okay.
Don't go anywhere. Or go anywhere if you want to. I don't care. Go anywhere. But I don't think you want to miss this next story that I'm going to tell. I don't know if anyone was here from last night, but I mentioned that I pissed myself in this exact spot about 12 years ago. Sounds like it was just bullshit, but it's actually very true. Do you want to hear the story, how I urinated on this stage? Yeah, wait, boys, make this ultra dissonant, ultra just real, make it sound real shit. So we played with the drones here in 2012. It was like the first big show we've ever played. We were used to just like playing to one person in a vomit-filled room. But anyway, finished the show, watched the drones play. It was great. There's a function zone back there. Yeah, I did some after-show drinks, you know. You'd say you drank a lot. I was about 22. And all of a sudden, I had to do a piss. A real big piss. A steamer. And I don't know what it's like out in the Gen Pop, but back there it's like very nebulous. You don't know. You're constantly getting lost. Signs. No signs. So I was just like, whew, I need to piss real bad. I'm just going to cauterize this conversation with Stu's mum, Kerry. Warm it up for Kerry.
We'll get back to Carrie later.
Oh, yeah. And then I went on my journey. I was like, I'll just go to a piss. Surely it's about 2 meters away. I'll just go to the toilet that's near the place. And then I kept like not finding the toilet. And then I kept just, you know, I was like, okay, this is getting pretty serious now. Like, started kind of picking my pace up a bit. Started to jog. Jog like, oh, this is gonna be fine. It's gonna be chill. Okay. And then it got to the point where I was like, wow, this is about to happen. So I had to like pinch my willy, which means there's no turning back. No turning back. And I was like kicking doors in, and it was like networks of computers and like laundry and stuff. And I was like, this is fucked. And then I was like, all right, the next door I open, I'm gonna piss in that room. I don't know or care what it is. And I opened that door, and it was this stage, and it was empty, completely empty. And I was like, all right, here we go. And the curtains were being like closed over. So I just stood about here. I'll just reenact. So yeah, there's piss everywhere here still, hopefully. So everyone give it up for urine! Urine!
And then what happened, Ray?
Oh, that low. And then I went back and I was like, that was crazy, very crazy thing. But not hugely abnormal at the time. And then I was like, where have you been? Why are you so sweaty? And I was like, I just pissed on stage in an empty theater. And then Stu's mum overheard. She was like, and I got in trouble.
Joey!
And then, I mean, I know what you're talking about. But I think And then every time, for some reason, this happened before, but for some reason, every time I'd see Stu's mum, Carrie, we'd be like, hey, how you going? And then we'd be like, oh, oh, oh. And then we'd end up kissing on the lips.
Good night, Carrie. You're up for that story.
That's my story, and it's shit.
Awesome.
Thank you. We are King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. And we tell stories now.
I don't like this story, Joey. I don't like this story. What you didn't hear in the audio was like Joey squatting on the stage and like showing people how it all came out. Like he apparently he squatted.
Yeah, it's quite a I don't a whole body presentation that he gave us that will live on this day, will live in infamy forever. Yeah. That's wild. Apparently, it's an issue. It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah. Well, Piss Tour 25. This is, and I keep thinking about like the janitorial staff that might watch this video, thinking back 10 years ago and wondering how that puddle ended up on stage.
What's the statute of limitations in Sydney, what to the county, Sydney County, Australia, for public deaf indecencycation.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. They're all a bunch of criminals there. So maybe they don't even have laws.
Or bathrooms.
They clearly don't have bathrooms. I also, Ambrose really wanted to talk about how Joey kisses Stu's mom on the lips.
I also I like Stu says at the end, thank you. We are King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. We tell stories now. Thanks, Joe. Can we thank Joe for sharing a very vulnerable story?
We tell stories now. They always tell stories. Come on.
They do, but that's quite a story. Yes, apparently Joe has almost or many times kissed Stu's mom on the mouth. Mouth on the mom, right on the mom,
Well,
which is cute.
she deserves it if she wants it, that is. And
got
who
in
wouldn't want to kiss
trouble.
Joey?
Who wouldn't want to kiss Joey's mom on the mouth? Joey's mouth on the mom.
Right after
Joey's mom on the Stu mouth.
two nights later,
Oh, better.
the Enmore Theater in Sydney-ish. This was the first rock show since Field Division.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can't do that yet because there's a second piss story in the same show, and that's why these were the lyrics of the episode, because as Ambi points out, this is a song about that story. And then they play this thing because something has to be wrung out, which is Joey in the middle of the night pissing on his brand new synth, like his first great synth.
Yeah, apparently he and Edith went out, got really drunk. First he said that he admonished her for like getting a drink near the synth because it could spill. Later that night they went out and got trashed. He came home, woke up to him pissing on his new synth.
I think she admonished him, is how I heard the story. She told him not to drink near that thing. And then, yeah, he woke to himself just standing and urinating straight onto it. Which is the lead up into them playing this thing, to which Ambi says, this is a song about that story, which is great because one of them had to ring it out, presumably at the end.
Well, it might be true. I really can't tell with them sometimes.
Fuck, it's so awful.
It's really-
I've known people who have that particular problem around drinking, which is an unfortunate one to have.
Yeah, but none
I'm
of them
sorry,
are synth
Joey.
players, are they?
Not anymore.
No. All right. Are we
Enmore.
ready to move to
I'm sorry, the Enmore Theater.
the Enmore
I'm sorry,
Theater? We can talk about
En-
more piss
Enmore.
later, I promise.
Enmore Theater.
Some pre-roll here.
Yeah, that's true. Oh. Well, Uncle Michael West was there also the previous night at the Sydney Opera House introducing the band. And he mentioned something about the noble ibis on stage, which is a bird common to the urban areas of Sydney. I guess especially has come to be called a bin chicken because they get all up in the trash. And
You know, that is a Ambrose nickname waiting. It's so close.
bin chicken. Yeah, I learned some other things about local fauna names. You know about drop bears? Mm-hmm. Do you know?
They're poisonous.
Poisonous. I've heard that. They have fangs. And anyway, everyone be on the lookout. Uncle Michael West is from the Metropolitan Local Aboriginal Land Council. It's cool, right? He comes out and does to this show too, which is not exactly the point of the pre-roll, but yes, it is, because there's a little line making fun of his little line that gets played and repeat during the pre-roll about bin chickens and the noble ibis. But we have this other podcast that we listen to where someone we listen to was talking about land acknowledgements and how uncomfortable that can be sometimes, maybe in the United States, because it tends to be a person doing it who is now the holder of that land and has no intention of giving it back.
Basically, we know, but we're not giving it back.
Yeah, it could be like taken as a weird flex the way we do it, but actually having an Aboriginal person come up and be the one to mention that this land is not ceded does strike me as more appropriate.
Yeah, always was, always will be.
Always was, always will be.
This was an interesting venue. It's 1,600 capacity. It looks like an old ballroom with like a wraparound balcony. No seats that I saw on the floor. Beautiful ceiling. 1600. So, this show was on a Thursday.
Yes.
And it seems like there were tickets available until maybe a couple days before.
It
and maybe
really
we got
looked
that
like
wrong.
that.
But it's
I looked online the day before, something before. The time zones confuse me.
yeah.
That's weird, right?
It's
I don't know
weird.
what to make of that. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe it's not my place to have an opinion about the Australian peoples.
Why are we going to stop now? I mean, I think we're
That's
both
basically the purpose of this podcast.
yeah, right. I think we're both thinking the same thing, which is to have a 1,600 person capacity venue not sold out like day one on sale for Giz is weird. I don't know what to make of that. Is it because it's Thursday? Is it because Sydney is not their home turf? Or they just don't tour there enough, or what?
Is it because you're not allowed to crowd surf there?
You saw them a year ago in a smaller venue that maybe didn't sell out, of course, and that was in the U.S.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, very far from their home. But like 4,000, and it was pretty full.
Oh, 4,000
So,
capacity?
Yeah,
I thought it was like
think so.
1,200. Sorry.
No, it's bigger than that.
Well, just an interesting data point.
Yeah,
They definitely sold out the second night earlier.
I mean, I think it's okay to say out loud. I don't want to get in trouble, but who cares? But wait, no, I don't care. Is this why Giz doesn't play as much in Australia? That they just can't, for whatever reason, they can't pull the crowds, or they're just Sydney has a lot of people.
Yeah.
And the shows were great, and the people that were there were stoked, obviously. But yeah, I wonder if that's why Giz has become in so many ways such an American band. I'm sorry, I will always be grateful to you, Australia, for what you've given us. But we can fill a lot of people into a place to watch some King Giz here.
We can, and we will hopefully continue to.
I have every intention of doing so.
God damn. Do you have a headline for this show?
You would think so. Oh, yes. Bust out of the day. It's been 17 shows since Rock.
Mine is not far off. Mine is, it's only rock and roll, but I like it. Because this was only rock and roll. There was no Nathan.
Right. No Nathan, neither show.
I can't actually think of the last time there was a full rock show only. Wow. Portland, September 11th, 2024 did not have a Nathan.
No, there was one on the European tour. I can't remember now, but there was at least one show where people wondered whether or not Nathan was with them, and then he came out the next night. I think one of the European residencies. I'm sorry, I can't remember which now, but I could swear that happened.
It might have. But yeah, but that's interesting. So we'll talk. I have a drip of the day that was pretty apparent right away. Drip of the day, best outfit, best kit. For me, this was Lucas, and I think it's the first time Lucas has won drip of the day because he came out wearing an orange jumpsuit and an orange matching base. And just, it was lovely to have him with a matching clothes and base, and I don't think it was an accident.
I chose Stu's banana costume, actually, as my drip of the day. Stu, shortly before the wheel, yells out, who's dressed up as a banana? Hey, there is a banana. Me too. Me as well, he said. Dressed up as a banana.
Subtle.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's amazing of Stu to show that sort of solidarity with his fans.
Set list. This opened with Microtonal.
Yeah, but that's gotta be fairly unusual to open with Billabong Valley, right?
Billabong Valley hasn't opened a show in 7 years. It's only the second time it's opened a show ever.
Yeah, pretty cool. Stu back to playing the flying microjonal banana now with the microjonal banana sticker on it with Joey playing the guitar.
There's an opportunity for a recursive sticker here. Is it recursive? A sticker of Stu playing the microtonal banana, which has a sticker of Joey playing it. Like, I think we have a real opportunity. Someone in the community has an opportunity for an amazing additive sticker.
I think that's great. Or just like a video of a song where you just keep Is it also called generative, where you get closer to the one and then you see the other and the other and the other and the other, and I would watch that for hours.
Infinite. I would watch that for Infinite.
I would not watch that for Infinite.
Billabong Valley was followed by All Is Known, but between those two, Stu asked the audience, who was at the opera show? Fuck that. That was boring, he said. This is the cool shit.
Yeah.
Who came to the opera house? Nah, fuck that. That was boring. This is the cool shit.
I think Stu has a cold, little fella. Yeah. And
amazing.
I always wondered what would happen if that happened. Would they have to cancel a show? What would happen? How would he sing if he couldn't sing? It just fucking wasn't really a problem.
It wasn't. And it got a little worse the second night. And even Ambrose was like, this is your Tom Waits era. And I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was surprisingly just fine. Joey always wanted to say light 'em up tea in Australia, and he did. Get the house lights on the audience for a moment.
All Is Known was followed by Plura.
I always forget All Is Known is not Flying Microtonal Banana, KG, or LW, despite being a very microtonal song, but is on Gumboot, happening between all of that.
I wonder, on the album, did they play microtonal guitars on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a very microtonal song. It just happens in space between those. I mean, they have the gear. He's got a banana. You can't, I mean, I can't not use mine.
Yeah, people are always telling you to stop using it. In Plura, Joey said, fuck Peter Dutton, which I had to look up because apparently that's an Australian politician.
Former Australian defense minister, so that's unlikely to be good.
Never. We call them war ministers here in the U.S.
Now we do.
Yeah. I noticed an interesting thing. The last line of Plura? I exercise my right to die. We've talked about how there's a theme about death in a lot of Giz songs. There's also a sub theme of I choose to die my way. The wheel, which is coming in the show, has that. The silver cord, like a dog on a freeway. Something to end it my way. It's an interesting idea. Anyway,
cool. Yeah, fascinating. I love this song. I do associate it mostly with Donald Trump now.
Yeah. Well, once you read the lyrics to me, it's pretty clear.
Yeah, but I guess Peter Dutton is not much better.
Is he oranger, though, is the question?
That is the question.
He's not.
Is he an orange baby always crying? He didn't look that orange.
You might ask, like, with Mr. President Trump, leader, he's orange, and you might ask how much more orange could he be? And the answer is none. None more orange.
None more orange.
Plura was followed by Magma.
Oh, sure fucking was.
I wanted to ask you, so Magma, Fire, Bhagwan, what can you tell anyone else about
yes,
the
how
word?
can I help you?
Can you tell us about the word Bhagwan or Bhagavan?
Bhagavan. Yeah, Sanskrit word van means to have or something. So it can mean to like have your share, your bhaga or something, to get your share, to get your share of the pie. Bugga can refer to a cleft, the way you like share things. So it can also be a term for ladies' gender, but gender part is sometimes called a bhagga because of the cleft. But it's also the way you would divide riches. And so the one who gets their share is the bhagavan. And then it comes to mean like the boss. the motherfucker boss is the Bhagavan who like gets his share. And so it can mean like a lord or yeah, the one who conquers and gets their share, but it's also right like in the Bhagavad Gita, it's the same word.
Cool. I had a feeling you might know a little bit about it.
Yeah, well, yeah, you might also.
This was it was kind of a funky little disco-y. I think that was driven by Cabs, how he was working the drums on this Magma.
Yeah.
And you never know in a Magma if you're going to get a screaming esophagus or a quiet esophagus. This was a quiet. This was an
Makes sense
esophagus.
because of his poor, sick little esophagus.
But of course, he always screams at some point during Magma.
Sure, that's true, and he did.
Immortal.
And this was when I noticed there was no crowd surfing, as there wasn't for 2 nights. And so I wonder if it's a rule at the venue, because I saw one person crowd surf one time over the course of 2 nights, and it was on the last song of the second night. So I wonder if someone was just like, well, fuck it. What are they going to, they could kick me out now.
I gotta even think about that. It was tight in there in the pit.
Yeah.
There was some footage of like chest to back, shoulder to shoulder. It looked intense.
Yeah, great Magma.
Great Magma. Stu running around with his guitar overhead when he wasn't using his tremolo arm / whammy bar. There was a drum solo. Stu chanting Magma, Magma, Magma. You know what? Just everyone go and listen to the Magma from this night.
Yeah, good idea.
Talking to you. You're the only one here.
Oh, that's right. Everyone here. Sorry, good idea. Oh, no, wait, that's what I said. Oh, you know what? Damn it. Good idea.
Good.
And then
Field of Vision.
it did, which reminded me that this is the first rock show since Field of Vision.
First rock show since Field of Vision. Have they played Australia since B741 even came out?
Wow, that's an interesting question. I'm not sure. It's been a while. That's fascinating. I don't know.
2 albums since then? Oh, no wonder they feel underappreciated. The Australians. Yeah, thanks for being silly billies with us, they say.
Dirt opens with a nice big thunder belch. It's been a 50-show gap for everyone but us since our last episode was a recap of a great Giz gig of the past at the Gorge, where they also busted out Dirt.
Interesting. We got a pattern here. I really like Dirt. It's kind of grown on me.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, over the last couple weeks. Me too.
Dirt was followed by The Wheel, which I think is in 7/4 time. Ambrose on the conga. Cool. It built up to like his fierce, like almost magma jam. Did I tell you? So I bought the vinyl for Gumboot.
Yes, I knew that.
But did you know Wheel is the last song and that they fucking fucked with me? I put it on, and at the end of Wheel, it just goes in a loop. And they pressed the vinyl to do that on purpose.
Cool.
And it tripped me out at first. I thought my record player was broken, but it was like perfectly synced. Like that's a weird coincidence. And it's not a coincidence. It's the Wheel.
Of course, that's amazing. That's right. Maybe started with Sergeant Pepper. Those sorts of like dirty tricks. I think there's that final tape loop thing that happens on Sergeant Pepper is also a loop.
I didn't know that.
On the record, yeah.
See, this is another reason that you have to buy a record player.
That's right. You never know. There's also a dog whistle at the end of Sergeant Pepper, just to fuck with your dog.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not to like, secretly announce to people you're a racist piece of shit, which is how we do it nowadays.
The Wheel was followed by Dripping Tap.
It drips. It's so much drip.
So
24
drip.
minutes.
Yeah!
Before this, Ambrose went over to Cavs for Cavs apparently has a cup of candy by his drum kit.
It's so
and Ambrose
sweet.
was like, "What? This guy's got candy."
Yeah, I didn't notice that. Oh my God, he's so great.
Which is
he's
actually
like my grandma.
I think there's some, like I know my wife when she weightlifts, she has candy between reps to help her something or other.
Sure. My grandma did the same thing for playing extended sets of Pinochle.
Stu's amp broke during Dripping Tap, which is always a good sign. He said my amp just exploded, and this is when we get another piss story.
This is also a terrible story. I once knew this guy named Jesus, and he had this thing where he really liked to wear like a white cloth.
This is Joey.
Over his face. Yeah, he was just like into it or whatever. And then I pissed in his face. And then later they found this shroud and then people worshipped it or something. I'm not sure how the story goes exactly. And by then, Stu has a new amp.
Anyway, it was his thing. He loved to get golden showers. His name was Jesus, just reminding me. So I pissed on his face like 2,000 years ago, and they uncovered this archaeological thing, and this shroud, the shroud of urine, the shroud of urine, the shroud of urine, the shroud of urine, shroud of urine, the shroud of urine, shroud of urine, shroud of urine, shroud of piss. Fuck yeah, I pissed on Jesus' face.
Well, the Shroud of Urine is a play on the word, the Shroud of Turin.
Right.
Which was a shroud, apparently, Jesus, on Jesus' face that made his imprint, made a whatever. Anyway, Joe just loves to talk about piss now.
It's a thing that we do now. And I feel like right around here, Stu's fever broke because he's covered in sweat.
It was, yeah. The weather in Sydney was pretty intense. It got worse the next day. And I'm not sure this place
Friday was like 100 degrees.
Yeah, and I'm not sure this place had air conditioning. Yeah, people were moist. This was a big Dripping Tap. This was awesome.
Dude, it was so fucking awesome. Even Joey knew it and said it was lit because it was.
This also had kind of a magma section, and it really sped up during Joey's solo.
Yeah. A long, glorious Joey solo.
Dripping Tap was followed by Flamethrower was next after Dripping Tap. Yes, this is the shorter metal section.
Right, that's right. Yeah, towards the flamethrower, followed by Converge.
And Stu saying, I miss Nathan.
Are you saying Nathan? No, I'm saying something else. I wish you were saying Nathan. I miss Nathan.
Yeah, little Nathan. Of course he does. He's got a new best friend, and he's not there with him. I was just noticing how Cav's still cam just rattles to the beat of the drum. And it's pretty cool. Converge is now pretty much canonically followed by Witchcraft, right?
It is, yeah. And which works for me, man.
Yes. Cav solo. Not a standard drum solo song.
No, Witchcraft is not. Yeah, Cav Solo, the band left the stage.
Right.
And the crowd got very into it.
Stu says when they come back, smells like weed in here. To which Joey says, Cookie farted. So I don't know. Maybe Cookie smokes a lot of weed. Maybe that's what that means. I don't know. Then and then they say, let's do guitar solos, starting with Cook, but he doesn't do it. I was excited for a second there.
We got so
we
close.
were going to get our long-awaited Cookie guitar solo.
And Cavs did leave during this part.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's why they had to do guitar solos. They were just going to do guitar solos because Kaz was gone.
He had to get more candy for his cup.
I understand.
Because Grace has limits on what they'll do. Grace is not going to fill that cup.
No.
Witchcraft was
Cigarettes,
followed. Plenty of cigarettes. You want cigarettes? I got cigarettes, not candy. Witchcraft followed by I'm in your mind. I'm not in your mind. Cellophane. I'm in your mind. Fuzz.
This song's by Jimi Hendrix. It's called I'm in Your Mind Fuzz.
Oh, I thought he said about Jimi Hendrix.
I thought he said it's by Jimi Hendrix. Maybe you're right.
Either way, what the fuck? Okay. You can't trust these guys.
No, it's great.
I'm Not in Your Mind had a pretty good jam with, sounded to me like a dripping tap tease.
Yes, which was already 24 minutes. So if you add all of the minutes of dripping tap in this show, you would have a lot of taps to drip.
Cellophane. Did you know Cellophane is their most played song?
Oh, that's cool.
And weird.
That was great.
310 times.
I can't say it's their most weird song now, but it is weird that it's their most played song. And I like it with some nice metal chugs. And you just don't get enough metal harmonica from anyone else in the universe except Giz.
No, there's a dearth of metal harmonica in the world. Stu was so sweaty by the end of the show. Incredible. I mean, and he only got more sweaty the next night.
I honestly wonder if his fever broke. It really might be what happened.
Tell him about them polar bears, Cookie? Oh, yeah.
Did you hear that? That sound means it's time for Cookie Watch. Cookie Watch is, of course, a registered trademark of Kraft Nabisco, a wholly owned subsidiary of Mondelez International.
So your position is if you put a diacritic over the E in the show notes in Mondelez, that it's eh?
Yeah, it's an emphasis.
It's an emphasis. An emphasis. Where are they from, the fine Mondelez people?
They're based in Chicago.
Oh, I didn't know you knew that.
Yeah, no, it's a global snacking powerhouse. Chicago-based, known for its iconic brands like Oreo, Cadbury, Milka, Ritz, Kraft.
Oh, I apologize. You've obviously done your homework.
Obviously. Mondelez. Hold on. Is that right? Oh no. That's not an A. What the fuck is that? Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about Cookie.
Please. Yeah, couple things we learned about Cookie in recent times. Let's see. Oh, these are both from an AMA in 1924 on Reddit. No, 19, what did we decide? 2020?
AMA, Ask Me Anything?
Anything you want.
2020.
Good. Is Cookie cycling back through looks? Will Cookie Caveman and Bald Cookie return? I love Bald Cookie. That's especially on was it the Polygon Wanaland KEXP look?
Oh, this is
Yeah.
clipped. This is like a #1 clipper haircut situation, or
Yeah,
is this
that's
shaved? This isn't
good.
like to the skin.
No, that's shaved. No, it's to the skin. He looks like
Oh.
a fucking Bond villain. It's incredible. That might be my favorite. But Cook says in the AMA there's still a few more Cookie looks that have not yet made rotation, i.e. Cyborg Cookie, Hang Gliding Cookie, and Fireman Cookie.
Oh, I hope they play a Halloween show.
Oh, I want all
they
of
did
these
this year.
so badly. A lot of people on the topic of whether or not Cookie farts marijuana smell, someone asked him in the same AMA about, asked the band if they ever do acid. Joey said not often enough. Cook says personally he does it every day, but no one else in the band has ever tried it.
Is that what it said? No one in the band.
Technically, it says no one else in the band has ever tried it. Colon open parenthesis, by which I mean sad face.
Oh, these guys are cheeky.
There.
Yeah, cooked Craig.
December 5th, Friday, December 5th, back at the Enmore Theater in
Back at
Sydney.
the Enmore.
Enmore Theater. No, that's
Enmore
British.
Theater.
Theater. You got a theater. Put your mouth to the side of your face and try it. Anyway, this is offensive. There was some interesting pre-roll in this. Beautiful shots of the Australian coast with some pretty acoustic music that I had to figure out. This was a band called Pothole and a song called Moon Boot, which is like not on a lot of services. It's from their 2023 album Trouble in Paradise.
Yeah, beautiful song. Yeah, enough to make me more curious.
My headline for this show: hot water, hot water, hot water.
Great. I don't have any other headline, so that was mine too.
Do you have any thoughts on the drip of the day?
I mean, Stu's shirt always was, always will be. I assume that's also your drip of the day.
Yes.
Yeah, it's great. It's a la the colors of the Aboriginal flag. And cool because I don't know anything about Australia except that they have giant fauna that are best confined to that area to keep us all safe. But yeah, watching Uncle Michael give these introductions and seeing Stu come out with this shirt and learning a little bit about the Aboriginal Metropolitan Council. It's nice. It's nice. It's classy to give a shit.
Yeah. Yeah, Stu's black t-shirt says always was, always will be. Very cool. Drip of the day. Set list. So this opened with metal, and this was 45 minutes of metal, which was pretty cool. Opened with Superbug.
Joey mentions, how did this come up? Barnaby Jones? Oh, Uncle Michael mentioned Barnaby Jones in the introduction to the show, by the way, who was filmed in February 2024. He's a cabinet minister or something who was filmed in 2024 lying on the street swearing into his phone after reportedly mixing alcohol with prescription medication and falling after a planter box. Joey would like to point out that he reckons it's the best thing he's ever done. To which Cavs I don't know if it like they're introducing themselves, and Cavs will sometimes test his double kick drums when they come out, but it really felt like he was doing a hi-hat, like a pita, but it like a metal hi-hat. Like, I reckon the best thing he's ever done.
Yeah, that seems about right, actually.
That was awesome.
Superbug was followed by another supercell. Soup for sale. Super
It's
sale.
called the superset. Super sale. And yeah, I fucking love metal, as does Stu, as he points out. And Super Immolate is maybe that's
Super
like
Immolate.
up there in terms of my favorite songs.
Yeah. Self-immolate followed supercell. Long kind of intro followed by drum solo.
Did you notice? Sorry, followed by drum solo.
No, just Cavs was already in the third song dripping with sweat because, like we said, it was 100 degrees in Sydney, which in Celsius is
107?
50 repeating degrees.
That's right.
100 degrees, and I really don't know if
There's
there's AC in there.
letters in there, some symbols.
Right.
And did you notice? I noticed around Self-Immolate how forward in the mix the synths were on night 2. It was not common. It was wild. And hearing Ambi's synth, for example, way forward in the mix on Self-Immolate was really fascinating because sometimes I can barely tell what they're doing in metal songs. But it's a really cool night. I would say the show as a whole, I would say night 2 of and more is an incredible chance to listen to synths, what they do in the context of a Giz show.
It's funny you say that because I noticed that too, but it wasn't during Self-Immolate, and I need to figure out where I noticed an organ being played.
It happens all night. Somehow they're just like at the front of the mix in the stream.
It's really
wild.
Really good. Really nice.
Yeah, it's such a good fucking show.
Good show. Oh my gosh. Self-Immolate was followed by Hell.
Yes. More metal. Just keep meddling, meddlers.
And so they did with a bit of a sandwich here. Gaia, Motor Spirit, Gaia.
You can't do that. Those are all Cavs drums. No wonder he had to do a drum solo the night before on, what did we just say?
Witchcraft.
Right, because his official drum solo songs, which are specifically Self-Immolate and Gaia, but a little bit Motor Spirit, right, all got played upon one another, and he dutifully did his part to drum solo all them fuckers.
Yeah, well, as Stu said the night before, which we didn't mention, drums are fucking cool.
He's got a point. I never thought about it that way, but now I see.
Gaia, Motor Spirit, Gaia. When before they kind of hit off on Motor Spirit, Stu says, "I love heavy metal."
He does. And the sick, slow ass, right? There's a part of Motor Spirit where they get quiet and they come back in, and Stu has this like slow reintroduction return solo part, boom, 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 that he plays even slower than usual.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so sick, dude. Holy fuck. It was great.
It was. I was like, "Whoa, this is slow," and then I like, listen, it's nasty.
Loved it.
really great. 45 minutes in a 2-hour show, 45 minutes for metal. And I'm not the metal guy, like, but boy, did I really enjoy this.
Yeah. Ambi checks in with the crowd. Everybody having a good time? Nice. If you're having a bad time, just put up your hand and we'll sort it out.
Very sweet.
That's nice.
They slowed things down a little bit for the next song, Work This Time. And I think we need to
no.
I think we need to talk about
I'm
this.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I was wrong. Sometimes I'm wrong.
So-
And sometimes I'm vehemently wrong.
Oh, well, I don't think you're being wrong. So we need to
Fuck.
we need to talk about
This is
Rogate.
embarrassing, everybody.
Not the hair product.
Rogate. I'm not just the Rogate president.
So-
I'm also a member.
So at the beginning of Work This Time, which is a slow chill, especially at the beginning, people were rowing, and not just rowing, but audibly rowing, and you will hear it in the recording. That's rough. That's kind of rough.
Okay, I'm sorry. In a show that hopefully no one will ever hear anyway, because it was a historical show, and I know
You mean one of our episodes?
Yes, one of our shows. But you will hear me defend people's right to row. But everyone's got a line. This is too much. Shut the fuck up, everybody.
They did eventually.
They did.
Yeah. And even rowing, can you row without chanting? I don't know that everyone will know when to stroke.
I have been in a boat before with more than one person, and I don't recall ever having yelled.
You've been in a boat? Let me take a note of that. Hold on. Okay, got it.
I feel like I've told you this in most episodes.
It's on your business card, for God's sakes.
Has been in boat. It's certainly on my resume.
But for the rowing didn't last long, and this featured, as you might expect, an amazing solo from Joey, a Joey solo, a Jolo, if you will.
Beautiful, sweet, merciful guitar glory, Joseph. It was so good.
This is a very popular Giz song, and I love it as a fan. It's weird that for some people this is like, I guess, their entry. I mean, we have the stats on this, in fact, on streaming services. This is one of the most played Giz songs.
It's interesting. There is a reason, and it's not as magical as you would think.
My thought was that it's a mistake for someone else's song.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. But I think technically the answer is it was featured on Spotify's modern psychedelia playlist.
Work This Time was?
Yeah, exactly. And so it had this surge in popularity and raced to the top of Spotify's listings because it was on this list. And then once it was there, people saw it as a most popular Giz song. So I think that has to do with the surge in popularity, maybe more than anything.
Oh, I didn't realize it. Okay, and now it's no longer on Spotify, so fuck that, yeah.
Damn right.
Le Risque was the next song. This was, part of my theory, I gotta check the stats, but like they said, oh, this is the first time for Australia, Le Risque, because maybe they haven't played Australia since B741 came out.
Yeah, I just don't know. That's interesting.
All right.
The
something goes wrong at the end of Larisk. I think Stu doesn't fucking care, though. He says into the mic, I don't fucking care, excuse my language. I love everybody and everything, which was what led me to suspect whatever he was talking about he did not love.
My friends, he says, yeah. I don't know. What was it?
I don't know. He seemed maybe frustrated about something. I mean, as frustrated as Stu ever gets, which wasn't too bad.
It was very hot. Everyone was hot.
Yeah,
Which is
everyone was a little hot. Yeah.
Everyone was stranded in hot water.
He felt a little, oh my God, which is my highlight, as it seems to have been your headline. So it was fucking incredible. Stu misses his space flute, though.
Stu did say, and now we have a name for the Steely Dan, the space flute.
I missed my space flute.
I mean, when he went to pick up his flute, there was an audible like gasp from the crowd, like an oh, like you know what's happening, which was really cool. Yeah, he said I miss my space flute.
Yeah.
He also said, I wish I wasn't so wet. I can't play flute.
I know, that's what I was going to say next. Too.
I wish I wasn't so wet.
It's been a very wet tour so far.
Very wet for indoor shows, especially.
1, 2, 6, 4. Yes, exactly.
And despite everyone sweating in the heat, Stu was just running in place, dripping with sweat. He didn't have to run in place. Like, it doesn't help. Does it help the audio? I don't know, actually.
It might. It doesn't move him across the stage, though, I'll tell you that much.
At some point during Hot Water, someone on the crew gave Stu a box of bottled waters, and he just starts throwing them into the crowd, telling people, it's hot, you've had a long day, everyone's sunburned, drink water, drink water, drink water.
It's fucking hot, drink water, drink water, drink water, drink water, drink water, we're all fucking sunburned. Everyone's hot, everyone's had a big fucking day. Everyone have fun, share it around. Unless you get fucking some sickness, maybe don't, but share it around anyway. It's better to just get fucking hydrated. I love you!
Poor melted Ambi singing from the ground.
Ambrose couldn't handle it, man. He got, well, first Ambrose got down behind his keyboards while singing, and he was tweaking his pedals, his effects pedals, which, you know what? Why doesn't he just bring them up to a table? For God's sakes?
What a great idea for the sake of the microphone, for the sake of the harmonica. He doesn't play guitar.
No, why are they
Why
on the
does
floor?
he need those pedals down there? Shoegaze harmonica.
Maybe the reason was because he wants to be on the floor, or he couldn't get up is what happened, and he just decided to lie down and sing. And that will be if you look at your podcast player, that will be the photo of this episode, which is Ambrose lying on the ground with the microphone singing.
Or was the next part of the show my highlight? I still think it was. I felt confident that Hot Water was my highlight, and then I really had to rethink my situation because of the next section of the show.
Yeah, they mostly murdered the universe here.
Fucked it right fucking up in the fucking face.
Starting with
Poor universe.
Hantayumi, not starting with Digital Black, which is only the third time they've ever not started this suite with Digital Black. Out of the 68 times it's been played, Hantayumi, only 3 times has it not started with Digital Black.
This was sweet.
So good. What a weird thing for a band to do. I mean, we've seen this live.
It doesn't make any sense.
We love it.
Yes.
And it's so weird.
It's so weird. Again, what sorts of genres does a harmonica go in or not go in? And What sorts of genres do songs go in or not go in? Does this song have a genre? Does harmonica go with whatever that genre would be? Does this suite, does Murder of the Universe, the album, have a genre? It's cyborg music.
Yeah.
No wonder he's confused.
He's so confused. It's actually another theme in this is about choosing how you die in a way.
Yeah, no shit. Absolutely.
Or just
I
like
wanna
choosing
go
to
out
die,
in a
but it's just
blaze of
interesting.
vomit.
He wants to vomit. He wants to die, but it's not that complicated.
It's not.
I liked it
Two things.
at the beginning of the Murder of the Universe, this song. Stu yelling to Jason Galea said, "Hit it, Juice Burger."
He did. Is Joey Jewish? Or sorry, is Juicy Jewish? Is Jason Galea Jewish?
Why do you ask?
I don't know. No reason. Juice burger, cream burger, or something. I don't know.
I get it.
Yeah, could be.
After they got done murdering the universe, they went back to microtonal, which was a kind of a bookend for these two nights. Microtonal bookends. ONE, one.
Oh, Annie, that seems like one way to refer to it. Yes.
ONE was followed by Straws in the Wind, which is kind of a chill transition, with Ambrose doing some booty dancing for the crowd between One and Straws in the Wind, which Straws in the Wind got kind of metal.
Yes, it did. Yeah, again, like more metal chugging, like I was kind of referring to in Cellophane. Really good. Stu with like backup vocal a la throat voice.
That's all he can do at this point in the tour.
Yeah.
I think maybe this is when Ambrose said like, "Oh, I like your Tom. This is your Tom Waits era."
Yeah. Ambi, goes out against the crowd, presses himself against the crowd, pointing the mic to the crowd for some is it alls in Straw in the Wind.
Straws in the Wind was followed by Intrasport. Joey made sure he instructed the band to play this one ultra sexy. And included Joey whispering the lyrics at times. And then the last show of the night, Rattlesnake, with Dima and Billy on Yadaki. Formerly, I would call these didgeridoos, but I learned the word Yadaki rather than using the term didgeridoo. This, we've seen this, and it's awesome. And I think I said at Field of Vision when they did this, Rattlesnake with, Dima and Billy from King Stingray playing Yadaki. That I thought at Field of Vision, like, they should always be played like this. It's so cool with the droney Yadaki sounds.
Fuck yes!
Yeah, it sounds really good, and it felt to me like a nice callback to Field of Vision, and that was nice that we got to see the first time that happened. I hope it is a tradition. It's so cool. We can no longer call the version of Rattlesnake we saw the absolute definitive best version of Rattlesnake because they did a similar one now at home.
That included
Wonderful.
one of the members of King Stingray doing some vocals and singing and
Why? Yeah,
I love this show. This was great. I mean, and how do we
was
feel
incredible.
now? We've had 2 rock shows, the first 2 rock shows since August. Well, the first 2 shows, rock shows without Nathan, and we couldn't decide how long. How do we feel? Did they get worse? Is the band falling apart?
God, they're so fucking great. This was so good. It was interesting because I didn't know how they felt to be playing at home. I had weird feelings about the fact that they didn't have a sold out crowd. I wondered if they had some ambivalence. I had heard them in Melbourne talking shit about Sydney. And then Joey with the fucking audacity to say, not metaphorically, but literally, I piss on the Sydney Opera House. I just didn't know what was their attitude, but they made sweet love to this crowd at the Enmore Theater over 2 nights, and it was beautiful and glorious. And they were obviously very proud to be there amongst their people, even if they're on a very different side of that giant fucking island.
It's not even another side. It's on the same side, just further down.
Sure,
That's what she
another
said.
end.
I don't know.
Right, closer.
They love this. Yeah, I think they sound amazing. And I'm excited there are 2 more rock shows in Australia. Let's see, December 7th, which is tomorrow for us, and December 13th. Oh, that's quite a gap between the 2 rock shows with 3 orchestra shows between them.
Right. Yeah. Do we think we'll see? Probably won't see Nathan. I'm guessing we won't see Nathan at the other rock shows. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, it seems like not. And, that's a cool change for now. I want to see Nathan back, of course, especially at marathon shows. I like what Stu said, I already missed Nathan, but I missed rock shows too.
Yeah. I mean, my favorite thing is a little of everything. At the rock shows, I want some Nathan. At the Nathan shows, I also like the more rock. I always want everything. That's what I get the most out of, but that's fine. You can take a bunch of concerts together and imagine that you've received a whole set. I don't know if in the future they're going to bring out a symphony for 3 songs.
Yeah, do you want more orchestra shows though?
No. I mean, not really.
No,
I don't
good.
think they do either.
I think I think you might be right, and I think they're like, all right, we've had enough.
I mean, to play the exact same show pretty much, right? 2 nights in a row. That's the first time I would think they've done that in a very fucking long time. And they're about to do it again, right?
They're going to do 2 nights
Brisbane.
in Brisbane. Yeah, orchestra.
Yeah, 2 exact same night-ish. I mean, they'll have different piss stories and the intermission song, but
We can only hope.
yeah.
You
I
know
don't
Joey's
wanna go
pissed somewhere in Brisbane that he shouldn't have. So we're going to be covering
I really
those.
feel confident you're right about that.
No, I'm quite confident. He seems so comfortable with these stories that it's a little disturbing. So we're going to be talking about as much of the orchestra shows and definitely the rock shows that are coming up in Australia. We'll be talking about them here. Do you have anything for Omnium Gatherum?
Not great. I was just this is very Omnium, even more than it's Gatherum. No, but I was listening to this podcast with some like political conservatives talking, which is a bad idea. I mean, they're all terrible people, but it was interesting. The guy asked the group what drug they would try if they were to try cocaine,
God.
fentanyl,
What?
hallucinogens, he called them, or I forget what the other option was, but no one opted
The
for
drug hallucinogens?
it. Yeah, exactly.
God.
Hallucinogens. He didn't say psychedelics. He said hallucinogens. And I was fascinated that people said, well, I'm curious about cocaine, but multiple people said, I'm just terrified of psychedelics. And I thought that was really fucking telling. Of people who desperately need control, not just of themselves, but of others. And I don't know if that loosely relates to everything we have to say today, but I do think that it means something that these people are. I'm more afraid of cocaine by far. And it's a terrible fucking drug. And I was stunned that they were like, yeah, I'd like to try coke. These are older people, grown ass people. I'm not saying no one should try cocaine, but maybe you shouldn't.
That's so funny because a lyricist for the Grateful Dead, John Perry Barlow, who also started the Electronic Frontier Foundation, was a coke dealer for a long time. And in his later years, he also helped Dick Cheney get elected to Congress.
Yeah.
But John Perry Barlow, at one point later, after he gave all this up, was referred to cocaine as a Republican drug.
Fuck, that's awful. Oh
Yeah.
God, I hate them so
Not
much.
because it makes you one, or because, but because of the control thing, and it makes you very overconfident, arrogant,
Yeah, right, yes.
too controlling. That's an interesting thing. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it was,
So,
by the way, it was Rich Lowry, who is the chief editor of the National Review, who is terrified at the thought of what, quote, hallucinogens can do to you.
one of the reasons he might be terrified is that he might learn something.
I fucking know, totally. It seems to make people touchy-feely or compassionate or like mess with the boundaries you see between yourself and other people who have needs.
You and I both know that people can get very defensive and even angry when they start questioning their own beliefs. So,
No, I don't.
God damn it. Fuck you. Do not. My Omnium Gathering it's much chiller. Giz phone wallpapers.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
So I
saw some of that.
I
Good.
noticed on Reddit that someone posted an Omnium Gatherum phone
It's
wallpapers.
beautiful.
And then there was a thread. Someone said, "Oh, I did these 5 years ago," and there was from Willoughby's Beach to, you know what? I don't know. Definitely not. Maybe not up to Omnium Gatherum, but like different sizes. Those links are in the notes for this podcast. That's cool, man. Good fans.
So cool. I saw it and immediately thought I want to, and then I remembered that my phone is my kid's face, and my kid would notice if my kid's face was replaced by a Giz album cover, and I like my kid's face. It's fine. I'm going to stick with this for now, but I'm jealous of people who have only King Giz instead of children.
Well, I was this morning going to send you a video of one of my kids, my 8-year-old, trying to memorize the Gila lyrics, which is intense.
I can't wait. Oh,
I will send you that video.
That's really good news.
We will soon talk about more Australia shows. I'm very excited.
I'm excited too. I'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Thank you very much for your cooperation.
That was fucking sick.